Okay, guys, first day of online learning. So, word of the day today is charge d'affaires. It's a backup person to a diplomat who has to take over when the diplomat is out. But you can kind of use it as like the right hand man of somebody. It's actually in the movie Aladdin. In fact, this week, all of my words are going to come from the genie in Aladdin because he has some big words in his songs. Uh, so, charge d'affaires, word of the day. Also, that's the reason there's a picture of a genie there. Science fact of the day: Maillard reactions. All right, so this is a chemistry one, and I'm going to be honest, I don't know how chemistry works, but this is a cool one for cooking. I've been doing a lot of cooking at the house. Maillard reactions are what provide that lovely browning that you see on food whenever it's cooked well, and it gives it that lovely taste of something being brown. Like toast tastes better than, I don't know. To me, toast tastes better than just plain old bread, and if it's got a like nice crunchy edge, then that's even better. If you have a steak, the browned steak is way better than like steamed meat. Like if you have chicken, it's got to have that nice crispy brown skin. All that stuff is caused by Maillard reactions, and essentially what happens is the amino acids and sugars in the substance meet up and create a lovely brown brown crust that gets real tasty. So Maillard reactions, if you're interested, look it up. All right, history fact of the day: Elvis was once made a DEA agent. That's a true story, and that's a real picture. Uh, I can't really explain that much, but basically Elvis was bored one day. He had got all these like honorary like badges from sheriff's departments across the country. Uh, Big gun enthusiast, and so he was like, I would really like a federal government badge. And so he took a red eye flight to Washington, D.C., wrote a note to Richard Nixon. Richard Nixon, always looking for a little bit of a political edge, thought he could, ensnare himself with the younger voters if he could, get Elvis on his side, even though Elvis was, old by this point. But he invited him into the Oval Office and gave him a DEA badge and deputized him as a DEA agent. So, yeah, Elvis was a DEA agent. That's so weird. Finally, book of the day. It's actually an author, Terry Pratchett. Wonderful author. He's British. If you like British humor, you would love that. Love this stuff. Uh, but he wrote Good Omens with Neil Gaiman, who's another one of my favorite authors. That's a Amazon, I believe. Amazon Prime picked up that and made a lovely little mini series. But he has another series of books. There's like 40 of them that are called the Discworld series, and essentially it's about it's basically just a platform for him to riff on modern day stuff with like make satire and things like that in a fantasy world. Importantly, some of his early books are not the best, so I would start off, if you wanted to try it, I would start off with something like Guards, as opposed to starting at the very beginning. So it doesn't, most of them you don't have to know anything about the prior ones to figure them out, but yeah, start with Guards. It's probably the best one to start with if you're interested in picking up one of those books.